Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. Okay, we're going to get into this topic again. Narcissistic Anthony Todt, 911 operator call wellness check, and Bodycam video. So I'm going to show some clips. And I should have added here before, I didn't do it before, but I'm going to really start off with the opening statement from the prosecution. That'll be number one. Then I'm going to play the operator, the 911 call to the operator. And then I'm going to show the body cam. So I'm going to show different clips that happened at the trial. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button. Share the video if you like. Share it to your social media. And also subscribe to my channel if you're into commentary that's dealing with dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. All right. And if you need to get a hold of me, feel free to look in the description. And in the description, you can find my email address. And you can email me if you have views requests or you need a coaching, anything like that. Hey, we can go from there. And everything is confidential. All right. So we're going to get back into this monster again. Because this monster right here, basically, he killed his wife. He killed his children. Let me show you the beautiful family. Yes, let me show you the beautiful family right here. Yeah, he killed them all. And claimed that it was basically some sort of suicide pact. Him and his wife agreed on doing this, and they spoke to the children. The children was okay with it. Bunch of hogwash. But read the description. But his butt is in prison now. He's gone. All right, this was a viewer's request, so I'm following through with this. And also stay tuned because we're going to have a very long live stream. About 4 hours, but not this weekend, be the next one. That evil woman, the OnlyFans. Oh, yeah, her interrogation. So we're going to get into that one. But we ain't going to focus on the evil blonde right now. We're just going to focus on this evil one right here that killed his family. All right. So, and also tonight I have my co-host, the real Jack Newtown. He's here. So now and then he'll be sharing his thoughts. All right. So there he goes. And Ann, said son, geez. Yes, girl. All right. She had commented the other day because she missed the live stream. And then we also have Lisa, my dear Lisa Vibrations in the house. And blessings to you. Hugs and kisses to you. Hugs and kisses to you. And then we also have my moderator, Mod on Deck Strong is in the house. And blessings to you. And who else we have up here? Ooh, did my girl come back again? Where is she? And season's greetings to you, beautiful Black Lady Jane. Kisses to you, hugs and kisses to you. All right, so we're gonna get ready to get into it because there's quite a few clips here, right? Because I didn't plan to play the prosecution, but let me just play because it's not really that long. But all right, hold a second. Let me make sure I got this right. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna play this one. Now this one is the prosecution opening statement. All right, so I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna put it on a 1.25 speed, so go just a little bit fast because I don't want to hold y'all here forever, but you'll still be able to understand it. And a couple of things, I might do it a little bit faster in speed, but not too fast that you won't understand everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Hold a second. Let's get it.
Trial, the state of Florida is going to have an opportunity to give an opening statement. The defense will have the same opportunity later in the trial. What the attorneys say is not evidence at this portion in the trial. Do listen closely to the argument. It is intended to give you a guide as to what they believe the evidence will show. Ms. Pinnell, whenever you're ready.
I repeat, this is the opening statement from the prosecution side.
Good morning. December of 2019 started out like every other December for the Todt family. The evidence will show that at some point in the middle of December, the extended family of the Todts began to get worried. And you're going to hear a call made by the defendant's sister, Christy Caplet, and she calls the sheriff's office asking for somebody to go and check on the well-being of the defendant and the rest of his family. You're going to hear that the sheriff's office went out to 202 Reserve Place in Celebration multiple times. They also went to 211 Longview Avenue and checked the condo multiple times to no avail. You're going to hear from the evidence that on January 13th of 2020, law enforcement finally made contact with the defendant. They made contact with the defendant at 202 Reserve Place in Celebration. You're going to hear testimony that when law enforcement officers entered the home, they immediately noticed an odor that was familiar to them. They immediately noticed an odor of decomposition. And law enforcement made contact with the defendant, who advised them that his wife, Megan Todt, was upstairs sleeping. He advised law enforcement that his daughter, Zoe Todt, was maybe in the garage. And you're going to hear from the law enforcement officers that went into the master bedroom in that second story of that home and located Megan Todt, Zoe Todt, Alexander Todt, and Tyler Todt, all deceased. They also located the dog Breezy, also deceased. And it was obvious to law enforcement, you're going to hear from them, that they had been deceased for quite some time.
If you feel you need to accept that stubborn, fat, or overweight.
And you're going to hear also from the crime scene technician, Emily Seda. And Emily Seda is going to tell you that she responded to that home. She documented everything using photographs, and you're going to have an opportunity to see those photographs as well. You're going to have an opportunity to see the various items that were collected from the home. Mainly, there was a lot of bottles of Benadryl. There was some empty boxes of Benadryl. You're going to hear from Emily Seda that she took those empty bottles and boxes of Benadryl that were found throughout the house, and she processed them. And she's going to tell you about the process, and the evidence will show that on some of those items, fingerprints were lifted. And you're going to hear from Aaron West, who took those fingerprints and compared them to the defendant's fingerprints and found the defendant's fingerprints on the different Benadryl bottles and boxes. You're going to also have an opportunity to hear from Dr. Jennifer Nara. Dr. Jennifer Nara had, during her tenure at the medical examiner's office, had the opportunity to perform the autopsies on Megan Todt, Alexander Todt, Tyler Todt, and Zoe Todt. And she's going to come and tell you about her findings from the autopsies. You're also going to hear from Dr. Bruce Goldberger. He's going to tell you, he is a toxicologist, and he's going to tell you about what the different toxicology results from the medical examiner's office mean. You're also going to have an opportunity to hear from Detective Cole Miller. Detective Cole Miller was assigned as the lead detective in this case. He responded to 202 Reserve Place for a period of time. He attended the autopsies in this case. He also had the opportunity to speak with the defendant. Detective Cole Miller spoke with the defendant on January 13th, the day that he initially came in contact with law enforcement. And he also spoke with the defendant on January 15th, a couple days later. You're going to have an opportunity to hear the defendant and Detective Cole Miller's conversation. And you're going to be informed by the defendant in his interview that he is the one that took the lives of Megan Todt, Alexander Todt, Tyler Todt, and Zoe Todt. You're going to have an opportunity to hear that the defendant, sometime between December 14th of 2019 and Christmas in 2019, went into Zoe Todt's room while she was asleep, and he took the time to sit with her, and then he rolled over on top of her until she suffocated. Next, he went to Alek.
This monster rolled over her until she suffocated. Wow. So a shame. Resume.
Alexander Todt's room that was also upstairs. You're gonna hear information, and you're gonna also see photographs that show that Alexander Todt and Tyler Todt shared a room. Alexander Todt was older. He's the oldest child, and he was sleeping upstairs. Tyler Todt, at the time of his death, was downstairs. You're going to hear that the defendant told Detective Miller that he went next to Alexander Todt, and he suffocated Alexander Todt, and he also stabbed Alexander Todt in his abdomen. And the evidence will show that after Alexander Todt was dead, he went downstairs to Tyler Todt, who was sleeping on a sofa bed in the playroom. And you're going to hear that the defendant was more concerned about Tyler Todt because Tyler Todt was the fastest. He was afraid that if something didn't go the way that he wanted, Tyler Todt would escape. The evidence will show that he did the same thing to Tyler Todt that he did to Alexander Todt. He suffocated Tyler Todt, and he also stabbed Tyler Todt in the abdomen. The defendant is also in his interview talks about Megan Todt. And the defendant in his interview says that Megan Todt and himself had an agreement that everybody needed to die in order to pass over to the other side together because the apocalypse was coming. And you'll hear that in the defendant's interview. So the defendant says that Megan Todt, she ended up having 2 stab wounds to her abdomen as well, and you'll hear that from the medical examiner. The defendant told law enforcement that Megan did that to herself. And as best as she tried, that didn't work. And so the defendant took a pillow and suffocated Megan Todt as well. And you're going to hear right before he suffocated and took the life of Megan Todt that he also suffocated Breezy the dog. And then the defendant says that after everybody was dead, he took all of their bodies and placed them all into the master bedroom. The photos that you will see in this case show 2 twin beds on the floor in the master bedroom where Tyler Todt and Alexander Todt were located. There's a bed in the master bedroom, either a queen or a king-size bed, a pretty large bed. Megan Todt was found in that bed as well as Zoe Todt. Breezy the dog was found on the floor on a dog bed, and all of this was in the master bedroom. The evidence will also show that the defendant, since the date of their deaths until January 13th of 2020 when he was found by law enforcement, stayed in the room as well. And the evidence will show, after you have an opportunity to hear everything, the state's confident, you're going to return verdicts of guilty in this case. Thank you.
I must say she did a phenomenal job for the opening statement. She was like, this is a cut case, done. He's done. Okay, now I'm going to show you another clip. Just give me a second here. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this clip here I'm going to show you is the 911 call to the operator. Let's listen to this one. Let's get it. I might speed up a little bit on this one. I might like a 1.25. We'll see. Different parts I will. Let's get it.
Good morning. Will you please say your first and last name and spell both for the record?
Sergio Montanez,
Can you spell both of them?
Sergio. Last name is Montanez, Montanez.
How are you employed? Where do you work?
Osceola County Sheriff Office.
How long have you been with the sheriff's office?
A little bit over 7 years.
What do you do for the sheriff's office?
I'm a 911 communications operator.
Do you answer calls for service from the community?
Yes, ma'am.
Are all of the calls that you take part in recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
And on December 29th of 2019, did you receive a call from somebody who identified herself as Chrissy Caplet?
Yes.
And this call was audio recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
For the record, the state showed defense what's been marked states JJ for identification. May I approach the witness? Have you had an opportunity to listen to the recording on that disc?
Yes, ma'am.
Does that recording fairly and accurately depict the call that you received from Chrissy Caplet on December 29th of 2019?
Yes, ma'am.
I approach the witness.
Yes. State counsel, defense counsel, I appreciate the formality. You'll be able to move about the courtroom as you need to without permission.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to introduce what's been marked States JJ for identification. The evidence is States 1.
No objection, Judge.
Will be received as States 1.
County Sheriff Office, Report Lunch, speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, it's Ariana over at KPD. I have a transfer for you. It's for an attempt to locate. She said the address is 202 Reserve Place. I'll put her through whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. You can put him through. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Osceola County's on the line.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Can I have your phone number just in case we get disconnected, please?
I'm sorry?
Your phone number just in case we get disconnected.
Yep, it's 860-235-6230.
Okay. And how can we help you?
I'm wondering if somebody can do a wellness check on my brother and his family. They've been really sick for probably like the past week and a half, and I can't seem to get a hold of them.
Okay. Give me just a moment. And the, let me see, I think she said 202 Reserve Place. That's her address?
202 Reserve Place in Celebration.
Okay.
I'm calling from Connecticut, so I mean, obviously there's no way for me to easily check. He doesn't have any other family down there.
Give me one moment, please. All right. When was the last time you heard from them, ma'am?
The last time I physically talked to him was on, last time I physically talked to him was either Monday or Tuesday, and he was texting my sisters and I up until Thursday. Was supposed to call us between yesterday and today, and we haven't been able to get a hold of him. I can't get a hold of him, my sister-in-law, or even my nephew.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Chrissy, Chrisssy. Last name is Caplet, C-A-P as in Peter, L-E-T as in Tom.
And they're going to have 860-235-6230. Would that be a cell phone or is that a landline?
Nope, that is my cell phone.
Now, that address, is that an apartment or is that a house?
He's renting a house.
Okay. All right. And what are their names?
My brother's name is Tony. My sister-in-law's name is Megan. And then there's three kids. They're Alek.
What is the last name for Tony?
Oh, I'm sorry. Todt. T-O-D as in David, T as in Tom.
So T-O-D-T?
Yes.
Okay, but how old he is approximately?
How old is he? He's 44.
Okay, do you have a cell phone number or phone number for him?
I do. He's not, his phone, I think it's turned off. His number, is 860-884-0752.
Do you know what kind of vehicle he drives?
No, my sister-in-law has a red, it's a red van. I think it's a Chrysler. But he flies down, he lives up here during the week and he flies down for the weekend, so he usually has, I think he's got a rental when he goes down there.
Okay, what is your sister-in-law's name?
My sister-in-law's name is Megan Todt.
And do you have a phone number for her?
She's 860-917-6465.
Okay. And who else lives there in the house?
It's my two nephews and my niece. Alek, A-L-E-K, is 13.
Okay. And your niece?
Tyler is...
Oh, so you got two nephews and one niece?
Two nephews and one niece.
Oh.
Alek Todt is Tyler, T-Y-L-E-R. He is 10.
Uh-huh.
And my niece, Zoe, is 4.5.
Okay. You said they were sick or something like that you mentioned at the beginning?
Yeah, they've been...
Strong, I can answer that question. Yeah, he could sleep at night because he feel he did nothing wrong. You see in the interrogation, he feel he did nothing wrong. These monsters feel like it's poured down. You know, it's about them. They don't do nothing wrong. Everybody's against them. They don't understand them. Resume.
They've been really sick. I guess they've had the flu. But they've had the flu probably for a couple weeks. They were really down and out during Christmas. The only one we've been able to talk to is my brother. And now, like I said, we can't get hold of any of them. We heard from him, I think it was, last time, like I said, I heard from him was Thursday.
What did you just say? Donna, can you edit that fat roll on the back of his neck? I can't. Resume.
And he was supposed to call us. He was supposed to check in with us yesterday, and then he was, because they were doing their Christmas yesterday, supposedly, and then he was supposed to call us today. And none of my sisters or my mother has heard from him, and we can't get a hold of him.
Okay. All right, we're going to have somebody come over. Then when the deputies get there, they're going to call you from the block of private number to let you know the outcome, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
It is my pleasure. Have a good night, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
State has no further questions.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
No, Judge.
Thank you. May Mr. Montanez step down?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is he released from subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Montanez.
The state would call Robert Barroso, Deputy Robert Barroso.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to answer in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Will you please say your first and last name and spell your last name for the record?
Sure. First name is Robert. Last name is Barroso. B-A-R-R-O-S-O.
How are you employed?
I'm with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the sheriff's office?
With the Sheriff's Office, I've been 11 years.
On December 31st of 2019, were you assigned an attempt to contact for Anthony Todt and Megan Todt?
I was not assigned an attempt to contact. I had not an attempt to contact.
At some point during 2019, early January 2020, did you attempt to contact Anthony Todt or Megan Todt?
Yes.
Where did you attempt to contact them at?
I attempted to contact them at the Longview address and at the Reserve address.
Okay. Would those addresses be 202 Reserve Place and 211 Longview Avenue?
That's correct.
How many times did you, or when did you go and attempt to make contact?
I believe, yes, it would be January the 2nd. I attempted at both locations, and January the 7th.
At either of the locations, did you get a response?
I did not.
Did you knock on the door?
Yes, I did.
From the outside of the residence, do you remember, if you recall, whether the blinds were open or shut, whether you could see inside?
I don't believe that the blinds were, it was closed.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you leave anything at either of the residents that would indicate that you were there?
Yes.
What did you leave?
I left business cards at each location for them to get a contact back.
What information was on the business card that you left?
My name, the sheriff's information on the card, and a phone number for them to get a call back.
Did you circle the phone number?
Yes, I did.
Did anybody from the Todt family call you?
No.
State has no further questions for this witness.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
No, Your Honor.
May Deputy Barroso step down?
Yes,
Is the excuse from subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy.
They will call Stephanie Kofinas.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to enter into this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, I do.
Will you please say your first and last name and spell your last name?
Stephanie Kofinas, Koffinas.
How are you employed?
I'm employed with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
What do you do with the sheriff's office?
I'm a 911 dispatcher.
Did you receive a call on January 10th of 2020 from somebody who identified themselves as Chrissy Caplet?
Yes.
Was this phone call recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
For the record, I'm approaching the witness of what's been marked state's KK for identification through the position of defense counsel. Did you have an opportunity to listen to the recording on that disc?
Yes.
Does that recording fairly and accurately depict the call that you received from Chrissy Caplet in January of 2020?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked state's KK for identification into evidence as state's 2.
No objection.
KK will be received as states 2. Granted.
Bodycam Sheriff's Office, Spanish Quarter. This is Stephanie. How can I help you? Hi. I'm sorry? Is that what Stephanie? Hi. I don't know who I need to speak with. I'm curious if I can have a wellness check done. What's the address for the wellness check? The address for the wellness check is 202 Reserve Place in Celebration. I had actually called on December 29th, and I had an officer go out because I was concerned. My brother and his family, they had all been sick, but there's actually been more developments. There's actually an active, and I just in conversations with my sister, my sister-in-law was making a comment about, and we just kind of put it all together about basically the world ending on the 28th, and nobody has talked to them. Nobody physically talked to my sister-in-law since the 26th of December, and my brother has stopped texting as of Monday. So I don't know if there's a way that somebody can go out. They are renting a place. They're actually being evicted from that property. But that's the last place that we know that they were supposedly at. But they have a condo that's right around the corner as well. Okay. What's your phone number? My phone number is 860-235-6230. What's your sister-in-law's name? My sister-in-law's name is Megan, Megan. Last name is Todt, T-O-D as in David, T as in Thomas. My brother's name is Tony, Tony. Same last name. They have 3 kids. And so they think the world is ending and you're worried they're going to, like, because of a lot of stuff that's been happening, that there could be something a little bit more happening. I forgot I'm not. You said Connecticut? I'm so sorry. Yes. We live in Connecticut. He flew back to Florida on the 22nd of November. We didn't find out about all this until the week of Christmas, and we've had a very, very hard time getting anything from him, and he has stopped all communication. And we have not spoken to Megan. Nobody's heard from Megan. You said since Monday, that was the 6th. The last time anybody talked to my brother, texted my brother, not even talking, text my brother was on the 6th. Yeah, does anybody have any medical conditions? Yes. My sister-in-law, we're not exactly sure. That's the other part of this. Supposedly they were all sick with the flu around that time, but she has some liver issues, and there could be some other health issues that I'm not 100% sure of, but the last time that we had and like I said, I called down on the 29th, the police did go, they checked with the neighbors, and the neighbors said that nobody had been there. I had been messaging some of the neighbors, but it's just really strange. Yeah, and I actually spoke with one of the agents up here, and he even recommended to call back down there and see if we can have another wellness check. Okay, all right, I have a call and we'll get somebody out there, okay? Okay, thank you. And you said it was 860-235-6230 is your phone number? Yes. Okay, if somebody calls you, it's going to come in and that'd be a good thing to get your name. Complainant is, what's your first name? Chrissy, C-H-R-I-S-S-Y. Last name is Caplet, C-A-T as in Peter, L-E-T as in Tom. And yes, I know it'll come in restricted. That's great. All right, perfect. All right, someone will call you, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
State has no further questions.
Cross-examination.
No questions, Your Honor.
And Ms. Kofinas, step down.
Yes, Your Honor.
She excused from subpoena.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State would call Deputy Alexander Hogue.
Okay, now I'm getting ready to set up the body cam. That was the end of that one with the 911. Hold a second. Okay, now we're gonna get into the body cam. That was the first one I showed you before was the 911 call. Now we're gonna watch the body cam footage. Okay, let's get it. And just see how this idiot acts too. Wow. Interesting. Let's get it.
Ms. Bennell, Ms. Hicks, your next witness, please.
State would call Deputy Chris Bose.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to enter in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do.
Will you please say your first and last name and spell your last name for the record?
Christopher Bose, last name is spelled B-O-O-S,
How are you employed?
with Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the sheriff's office?
Almost 15 years now.
On January 13th of 2020, did you arrive at 202 Reserve Place in Celebration?
Yes, I did.
Did you arrive before entry was made into that residence?
Yes.
prior to entering the home at 202 Reserve Place, did somebody from law enforcement knock on the door?
No, ma'am.
When you go into the home, what, if anything, did you notice?
When we entered the front door, it appeared that there was no power to the residence. It was dark inside the house, no lights were on. The air was kind of stale, and it had a strong foul smell.
And during your career, have you become aware of what that foul smell indicates to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What does it mean?
I've investigated incidences where there's been dead bodies in residences, and that foul smell is consistent with a dead body.
And was that odor, were you able to identify that odor right when you walked into the home?
Oh, you can smell it from downstairs, yes, ma'am.
When you enter the home, do you see at some point somebody identified as Anthony Todt?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the defendant when you see him?
When you enter the front doorway, there was an opening. To the right side, there was a stairwell that actually came downwards, facing the opposite direction. We could hear the voice from up in the stairs, and the defendant started to walk down the stairs to where we could see him over the handrail.
Okay. Do you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please identify an article of clothing and a location of their seat?
He's wearing a black coat with a blue undershirt and a gray tie.
Did you, when you
got a problem that I'm pretty sure
first enter the home, see any other members of the Todt family?
No, ma'am.
Did you hear any other members of the Todt family?
No, ma'am.
When you get into the home, where do you go?
There was another law enforcement officer that was in front of me. I was behind that law enforcement officer. As we entered the front door, we went down the walkway that led to the stairwell, and we stayed at the bottom of the stairwell initially.
Did you change locations after the initial encounter?
But yes, ma'am. Once Mr. Todt came down to the bottom of the stairwell, I don't know, maybe a minute or two of some conversation, then I made my way up the stairwell.
What was that conversation consistent of?
I asked Mr. Todt if his wife was at the house. He stated that she was upstairs sleeping. I asked, I believe, if there was any children in the residence. His statement was somewhere along the lines, I'm not sure if they're at a friend's house sleeping over.
Did you go upstairs?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Did you go into the master bedroom of the home?
Yes.
When you get into the master bedroom, what did you see?
So as we walked up to the top of the stairs, kind of off to the right, was the master bedroom. The door was partially, I'd say about halfway open. I could see inside of the door, I could see the bed, and there was a silhouette of a person that was laying on the bed, but they were fully covered up with blankets.
Did you see anything on the floor?
Yes, once we entered the bedroom, pushed the door all the way open. It was a fairly large master bedroom. On the floor were two mattresses that were side by side. Also, there was a body on one mattress, a body on the other mattress. They were also covered with blankets.
How many people did you, or how many bodies did you initially see when
This is absolutely insane. This is insane. Gosh. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's people out here that work for the devil. There's just no way. Nobody in their right mind that's normal, that's a good-hearted person, has empathy and has remorse, would do something like this unless you work for the devil. You have to be possessed. There's something wrong with you. Resume. And the people that's in the bushes, shout out to you. Blessings, hugs, and kisses. And make sure everybody hit the like, and let's resume.
you walked into that master bedroom?
Initially, we could only see 3 bodies.
Which body did you not locate immediately?
It was a juvenile female, maybe about 5 years old. We could not locate it initially.
And that would be Zoe.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you, this being a master bedroom, was there a bathroom and a closet in this bedroom as well?
Yes, there was.
Did you enter those areas?
Yes, we checked the bathroom as well as the closet.
Initially, did you find Zoe?
No, ma'am.
What did you do after that?
So after we thoroughly checked the master bedroom, we exited the master bedroom. There was, I believe, 2 other bedrooms upstairs. One of the rooms, the door was locked. We kicked that door in. There was nothing located in any of the other rooms upstairs. So we went back to the master bedroom, searched around some more. At the foot of the bed, There was a pile of blankets that were piled up. We started kind of peeling the blankets apart, and that's where we located.
So all the members, except for Anthony Todt, were located in the master bedroom deceased.
Objection, leading.
How many members of the Todt family were located in the master bedroom?
In the master bedroom, there was the adult female on the bed, the juvenile female on the bed, and then 2 juvenile males on the floor.
Were you aware of a family pet?
No, ma'am.
About how long did you spend looking for Zoe's body?
I would probably estimate maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
And while you're doing this, where is the defendant?
The defendant is at the bottom of the stairwell with another law enforcement officer.
For the record, I am approaching the witness with what's been marked state EDV for identification previously shown to defense. Did you have an opportunity to view the contents of that video?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Does that video fairly and accurately depict the residence and some of the conversation with the defendant that took place on January 13th of 2020?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked states VV for identification, and evidence is states 3.
No objection.
VV as in Victor will be received as State's Exhibit 3.
Permission published?
My daughter and I finally had
Okay, to see the body count, put on normal speed.
Recording.
Good.
Tony, you coming downstairs?
There you go. Nice coming to us. Reserve place. Reference 9:30.
We left. Yeah, upstairs? I think so. Tony, you upstairs? Hey, come downstairs, bud. All right? Yeah, take your time. Need some help? Everything's all right, man. Just stay calm. check this. Goes to the kitchen. Or whatever it is.
Any children here?
I can't remember if they went to the sleepover last night.
Keep coming down.
No, she did. She did.
Yeah, like 707.
Where's your going to sleep at?
Where your wife's at? What's up? Oh, you good? You got any weapons on you? Okay. Any needles? Knives, something like that? No. Okay. What's your wife's name? Megan. Has anyone heard her talk? No. Megan? Megan. All right, come on down, buddy. Come. All right. Yep. All right, just sit, have a seat. You good? I got you. Just have a seat.
Megan!
Face forward for me, all right? Put your hands forward too, all right?
Megan?
Got a locked door right here.
Megan?
Got a 7. Looks like that.
Shroom with mud water and change your life.
What's that? All right, just stay still on it. Okay. One 24-011. Maybe 51 over there. I believe we got 2 single 7. All right, okay. You want me to get a chair for you to sit down in? What's that? Hey, can you run out there and grab some gloves?
We still can't find the daughter.
What?
Where's Zoe?
I haven't seen her. She went with you. Oh, no, I didn't see her. I was sleeping. She was in here. I haven't seen her. You think I'll have to check the garage. The garage.
Just look how this evil man just sits there and watch it like it's a movie. He's in a movie theater. No remorse. Don't care. Resume.
Did you also go to 211 Longview Avenue?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
About how long did it take you to get to this area?
To drive there, it's maybe 3 or 4 minute drive in the vehicle.
When you got to 211 Longview Avenue, what did you do?
I was tasked with, Mr. Todt's vehicle was located in the parking lot near that residence, and my task was to stay with that vehicle until it could be picked up by a tow vehicle.
I have no further questions for this witness.
Cross-examination.
Deputy, you observed Mr. Todt on top of the stairs,
Yes, ma'am.
and you observed him when he was walking down the stairs stumbling,
Yes, ma'am.
holding onto the rail,
Yes.
to the point that some officers even assisted him to come down.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You observed Mr. Todt to be mumbling.
Yes, ma'am.
You observed him not to be coherent.
Yes, ma'am.
You observed him walking slowly,
Yes.
and you observed him shaking.
Yes.
And just to be clear, you weren't present to see what actually happened in this home, correct?
Before my arrival, no, I was not present.
A moment to confer.
Of course.
No further questions.
Thank you. Redirect.
During the entire time that you were at 202 Reserve Place, was the defendant awake?
Yes, he was.
How many members of the Todt family were alive when you responded there on January 13th?
Just Anthony Todt.
No further questions.
Thank you. May Deputy Bose step down? Yes, sir. Is he excused from subpoena?
Thank you.
Can you briefly approach?
Yep, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. As always, please don't discuss the facts of the case with anyone. Please don't conduct any independent.
Okay, that's the end of the footage with the body cam. Now I'm going to show you another clip that happened in court, and you're going to see some still pictures. Give me a second to set it up. Okay, now I'm gonna show you another sheriff, and you're gonna see some still pictures, but I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna put on 1.25 speed, but when they start getting ready to the pictures, that's when I'll put it back on normal speed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Good morning. Will you please say your first and last name and spell your last name for the record?
My name is Emily Seda. First name is E-M-I-L-Y. Last name is S-E-D-A.
How are you employed?
I'm employed by the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
What do you do for the sheriff's?
I am the forensic supervisor over our forensic unit.
Back on January 13th of 2020, what was your role at the sheriff's office?
On that date, I was assigned as the primary technician on a homicide investigation.
What is some of the training and education you received to be able to perform duties as a forensic technician for the sheriff's office?
I currently have my Bachelor of Science degree in forensic science with a minor in criminal investigations. I've also completed a 12-week crime scene training program while employed at the sheriff's office that consisted of proper evidence and crime scene documentation, as well as the proper collection, processing, and packaging of physical evidence, and how to properly write a crime scene report.
How long have you been a forensic technician?
I've been a forensic technician for 8 years.
When you mentioned that you were assigned as the lead technician with regards to this case, what does that mean?
Being assigned the lead technician means that I have the primary responsibility for documenting and processing evidence at the crime scene, as well as collecting and processing the physical evidence at the crime scene.
Did you respond to 202 Reserve Place in Celebration on January 13th of 2020?
Yes, I did.
You indicated that part of your responsibilities are to document the scene. Do you do that right when you arrive?
I do.
How do you do that?
I do that via photographs.
With regards to this particular case, did you respond to multiple different locations?
I did.
Did you also go to the garage apartment 202B Reserve Place?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you document this the same way using photographs?
Yes, ma'am.
What about 211 Longview Avenue, apartment 9306?
I also documented that using photographs.
May I approach the witness with what's been marked States LL?
Yes.
Can you take a look at States LL for me and the best
I'm gonna pick up the speed some because she's just looking through the pictures before they put the pictures up.
Remember the 90s? Your computer could suddenly
Do those photographs fairly and accurately depict 202 Reserve Place when you responded on January 13th of 2020?
Yes, they do.
At this time, the state would seek to introduce the evidence what's been marked States LL for identification evidence moving forward.
No objection. LL will be received as States 4.
Permission to publish States 4.
Okay, now I'm gonna have it on normal speed so you can see the pictures. Let's get it.
What are we looking at in this photograph?
In that photo, that is a view of the front of the residence at 202 Reserve Place.
Does this accurately show how 202 Reserve Place appeared when you arrived on the 13th?
Yes, it does.
All of the blinds and everything were in the same location as when you arrived?
That's correct.
This is LL2. Why did you take a photograph of the street sign?
I photographed the street sign to show the general location of the area, to show the intersecting roadway.
Would this be the closest intersection to 202 Reserve Place?
Yes.
This is photograph LL4 from the same exhibit. What is this photograph looking at?
That image shows the overall of the residence from a little bit further down the road. That would be the left side of the residence if you're looking at it from the front.
That intersection that can be seen at in this photograph, is that the intersection of Reserve Place and Longview Avenue?
Yes, it is.
This is photograph LL6. What is this photograph showing?
That photograph is an overall shot of the front porch and is an overall shot of two cell phones that were located on the table there on the porch.
When you walk up the stairs to 202 Reserve Place, is this
These days, if you don't have a strong website,
on the left or the right?
That is on the left side.
I want to say good evening to the people that's coming in and blessings. Resume.
This is photograph LL9. What are we looking at in this photograph?
In that photo, you see a close-up view of the two cell phones that were located on the table that was on the porch.
In this photograph, it looks like there are more than two cell phones. What else is shown in this photograph besides the cell phones?
Cases, cell phone cases.
This is photograph LL10. Which door to the residence is this?
That is the front door.
The item that appears to be on the floor mat, was that ultimately collected by you?
No, it was only photographically documented.
It was photographed by you.
That's correct.
This is photograph LL11. Is this the item that was located on the floor mat?
Yes, it is.
And do you recognize what this is?
A business card that was left by a member of the sheriff's office by the name of Barroso. I'm standing just inside the front entryway, looking back towards the front door.
And is there a room to your right as you're standing taking this photograph?
Yes, there is.
This is photograph LL13. Is this the room to the right?
Yes, it is.
As you move further into the residence, what's the next room that you come to?
On the other side, directly across from that dining area, or from that living room space, is a formal dining room.
This is photograph LL18. A little bit dark, but do you see the entrance to the formal dining room in this photograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the area that's going to be on the left-hand side of this photo?
Yes.
I just want to say Thursday evening, I forgot what time I set it for Eastern time. It was 7:15 or 7:30. Hopefully it was 7:15. 7:15 or 7:30 on this Thursday. That's when I'm going to show this monster on the stand. So that's going to be happening Thursday. Resume.
This is photograph LL19. Where exactly are you standing in this photograph?
I'm standing just inside the entrance near the dining room area.
And what is the room that you can partly see that's directly across from the dining room?
That was a room that was set up, what appeared to be a playroom with like toys and books.
This is photograph LL. This is photograph LL24. The key that's pictured in this photograph, did you later determine what that key went to?
Yes,
What did that key go to?
a Honda Odyssey van.
Ultimately, did you process the Honda Odyssey at a later time?
Yes, I did.
This is photograph LL27. What room are we looking at in this photograph?
That room would be what I previously indicated as the playroom.
And is there a couch in this room?
Yes, to the left side of the photo, that's a couch.
Downstairs, did you locate any other room that was set up like this particular room?
No, I did not.
This is LL30. Is this the couch that is located in the room that you were just referring to?
Yes, it is.
Is this that formal dining room that was to the right of the front door?
Yes, it is.
The small opening that's for the door, where does that lead to?
That is a short hallway that leads to the kitchen.
And when you immediately go through that walkway, what is to the left?
There's like a small recessed area in the wall with like a countertop.
This is photograph LL38. Is this the area that you're just speaking of?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is how it appeared when you first arrived?
Yes.
Did you look inside of these packages?
Yes, I did.
Did you photograph the inside of these packages?
Yes, I did.
What did you locate inside these packages?
Mostly children's toys.
Were any of the toys wrapped? Or any of the objects wrapped?
Yes, they were.
What type of wrapping paper?
I believe it was a red wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper.
This is LL41. Is this inside one of those boxes?
Yes.
And this is how the contents of the box was wrapped, correct?
That's correct.
This is photograph LL45. Is this inside another one of those boxes?
Yes.
This is LL47. What about this photograph?
That is the contents of another box.
As you progress through the hallway, this hallway, where does it lead to?
To the kitchen.
This is photograph LL42. Is there also a laundry room near this area as well?
Yes.
This is LL49. This is LL51. Is this in the laundry room?
Yes, it is.
When you initially arrived, was the power on at this residence?
When I initially arrived, I was told that the power was not on.
Did it at some point get turned on either right before you were there or while you were there?
While I was there waiting for the search warrants, it had been turned on.
This is photograph LL76. Where are you at when you take this photograph?
I'm standing in the kitchen.
And this drawer is this a drawer that you had pulled out?
Yes, it is.
And what was inside the drawer?
A trash can.
This is photograph LL77.
Yes, it is.
What of note were you marking in the trash can?
At the bottom left of the photo near the marker, you can see a bottle of Benadryl that's upside down.
Spelling checks? Or
Do you have the pointer?
Yes.
Can you point to it?
Right here. Yes, it was.
Is this the same bottle that you removed from the trash can?
Yes, it is.
Can you take a look at stage F? Do you recognize the writing on the outside of this package?
I do.
Is it yours?
Yes, it is.
And each time you collect something for evidence, is it marked with the unique case number that's assigned to the particular case?
Yes, it is.
And does this package appear to be in substantially similar condition as the last time that you saw it on January 13th?
Yes,
Did you ultimately also process this item?
I did.
Your Honor, this time the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked states F for identification, and evidence is states number 5.
No objection.
F as in Foxtrot will be received as states 5.
How did you process this item?
I processed the item for fingerprints using a powder and chemical processing technique.
Did you do that at 202 Reserve Place, or did you do that back at the sheriff's office?
I did that back at the sheriff's office in our laboratory.
Can you explain the entire process to the jury that you utilized for this particular item?
Sure. In terms of processing?
Yes.
So there's a 3-step process. Initially, the item is placed in what we call our super glue fuming chamber. The purpose of that is to adhere any fingerprints that are present on the item, to essentially affix them to prepare it to be processed further. The next step would be to fingerprint powder the item utilizing black powder and a fingerprint brush. And the last step would be to apply a dye stain, which glows by using a specialized light source in which we can photograph the glowing of any fingerprints.
If there are fingerprints on the object, in this particular case, this bottle, after fingerprints are identified, how do you store them? How do you take them?
So at the powder step, if there's a positive result, we use a clear tape. We apply the clear tape over the fingerprint that has developed, and we lift it and then apply it to what we call a fingerprint lift card. And then that lift card is placed in a manila envelope and then submitted to evidence.
When you removed this bottle from the trash can, did it have any contents inside of it?
No, it did not.
Was it completely empty?
Yes, it was.
Showing you what's been marked states P for identification, do you also recognize this item?
Yes, I do.
Can I ask you to open states P? you process more than one item that was collected for fingerprints?
Yes, I did.
Did you utilize the same process that you just went over with the jury?
Yes, I did.
And after you collected all of the fingerprint cards, if you recovered fingerprints, what did you do with them?
When I lifted them, I placed them in the manila envelope and then submitted them to our evidence unit.
Did you place all of the cards in the same envelope?
Yes, I did.
And did you have an opportunity to look inside States P?
Did you want me to look at all the cards?
Can you look at what the items inside States P? If you,
Yes.
You have a point, Strong. There was something, a first video I was going to show, but I wasn't too sure. And I think he might have tried to plead insanity, but they was like, nah, we're not going to let you have it. I could be wrong. I just kind of like glanced through this trial because kind of, well, it's not long, but I didn't get to see all the clips. But I think he did try one time. Maybe I'll just upload that one as a pre-recorded video so y'all can look at that video. All right. Resume. And hugs and kisses to the people in the bushes and season greetings. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. And make sure nobody drinks and drive, okay? We don't do that, okay? No. Resume.
are all of these cards in the same condition as when you placed them in the envelope?
Yes, they are.
And you indicated that you...
Today, I got sent
lifted fingerprints from more than one item of evidence. Is that correct?
That's correct.
How do you determine which card goes with which piece of evidence?
So on the other side of the card, there's information.
I'm going to
where
pick
you
up the
can
speed a little
indicate
bit.
Description of where the fingerprint was lifted.
With regards to this particular bottle of Benadryl, this would be states 4 in evidence, 5 in evidence, I'm sorry, 5 in evidence. Do you have a card that's in states P that coincides with this particular piece of evidence?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked states P into evidence.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's on 1.5. Is that too fast, or should I put on 1.25? Let me know if it's too fast or not. But when they show the pictures, I'll put it back on normal speed. Just let me know.
Evidence is states number 6.
No objection, Judge. States P as in Papa will be received as states number 6.
Are these lift cards given unique numbers to help decipher which card is which? Like within the exhibit?
No, it's just deciphered by the description.
The card that goes with this particular bottle of Benadryl, where did you remove the fingerprints from on the bottle?
It was an area on the bottle. I do not remember the specific location.
Did you notate that anywhere on the fingerprint card?
On the fingerprint card, it just indicates that it came from that item of evidence.
Do you recall which areas of the bottle that you dusted for potential fingerprints?
In terms of dusting, it was the entire bottle on the exterior.
What, Chris? Chris says, I lived in 3 haunted houses. My house in North Carolina had several, but none bothered me except the house in California. Wow. It could walk up to the bathroom door all the time. What the? Wow. Woo, boy. Thank you for sharing that. That's serious, Chris. Wow. And yeah, I did hear somewhere that dogs can see stuff like that. I've heard about that. That dogs can see stuff. Wow. Resume.
This is photograph LL80 from stage 4. Where are you at when you took this photograph?
I was standing between the living room and the kitchen area.
If you're standing at the kitchen sink, can you see the living room?
Yes, you can.
This is photograph LL80. Where are you standing when you took this photograph?
In the living room area.
The straight ahead, the little window cutout, there's what appears to be 2 doors. What do those doors go to?
Where?
This is photograph LL85. LL86. Is this on the first floor?
Yes.
Trash can in the bathroom we just looked at?
Yes, it is.
And did you have an opportunity to examine the contents of the trash can?
Yes, I did.
What is the packaging in the trash can for?
Like in-home scent plugins.
That pretty much the entire content of this trash can?
Yes, from what I recall.
This is photograph LL91. Is there only one set of stairs in the home?
Yes.
This is photograph LL92. This is photograph LL93. This is photograph LL95.
You may not realize this, but your children and grandchildren
This photograph LL91. On the banister of the stairs, there is a white bottle. Did you ultimately collect that bottle?
Yes, I did.
What was the labeling on the outside of that bottle?
Benadryl.
There is also a little white cap on the floor. What is that?
The cap to the Benadryl bottle.
The door that you can see in this photograph, where does that door lead?
That is a bedroom.
This is a slightly different angle and you can see another door. Where does that door lead?
That is also a bedroom.
As you're standing here, where is the master bedroom in relation to where you're standing?
It would be right behind me in this photo.
This is photograph LL105. Which bedroom is this? The one furthest on the left, the one in the middle, or the master bedroom?
This would be the middle bedroom.
Did you find any mattresses in this bedroom?
No, I did not.
This is LL106. What type of clothing did you locate in that bedroom that didn't have the mattresses?
It appeared to be boys' clothing.
Adult clothing, child clothing?
It looked like small children's clothing.
This is photograph LL111. Which bedroom is this?
That would be the bedroom furthest to the left at the top of the staircase.
Did you find clothing in this bedroom?
Yes, I did.
What type of clothing did you find?
Small female's clothing.
This is photograph LL113. What is of note in this photograph?
On top of this wicker basket is an empty Benadryl box.
This is photograph LL117. Is this the same box?
Yes, it is.
And this is LL118. Is this photograph the same box?
Yes, it is.
Did you also process this box from the female health?
Yes.
How did you process it?
I processed it in the same manner as previously described with the three-step process.
And did you recover any fingerprints that you would have put on print cards?
Yes, I did.
How many print cards did you have with regards to this specific box?
May I refer back to the print cards?
Yes. And that would be state 6 for the record.
Three fingerprint cards.
Did you indicate where on the box you pulled fingerprints from?
On this card, I indicated that it was from the sides of the box.
Lately, I've been trying to implement natural breaks into
recognize the packaging of that item?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
I recognize it by my handwriting and as being the packaging that contains the empty Benadryl bottle at marker 11.
Can you open that packaging and take a look at the inside? Does that packaging appear to be in the same condition as when you last saw it on January 13th and after your processing?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked States G for identification and evidence of States 7.
Objection. G's and golf will be received as state 7.
This is photograph LL120. What are we looking at in this photograph?
That is a photo of the master bedroom door.
Are you standing near the stairs?
Yes, I am.
This is photograph LL122. Where is this dresser located?
It's located just inside the room behind the master bedroom door.
This is photograph LL124. What are we looking at in this photo?
In this photo, this is a black and green knife sheath.
This is photograph LL125. Where is this chair located?
That chair is located, upon entering the room, it would have been to the left back corner of the bedroom. Yes, it is.
This note, was it collected?
Yes, it was.
Did you do anything with it?
I processed it.
This is photograph LL129. Where are you standing?
In that photo, I'm standing near the dresser area, right inside the front door. Or, excuse me, the bedroom door.
Ultimately, are you standing next to any mattresses in this photograph?
Yes, I am.
Where are the mattresses located?
They're located near, in the previous photo where you saw that chair, those mattresses would be directly to the side of that.
And the bed that we are looking at in this photograph, what is located in this particular bed?
An adult female and a small female child.
One of our goals is to make the transaction as easy as
Photo, if you were looking at the bed, that would be the left side of the bed.
And what is located on the windowsill?
On the windowsill, you can see a knife with a black handle.
Was that item collected?
Yes, it was.
Approaching the witness is collected marked statement J for identification. Also attends defense. Can you take a look at the box itself? Does the box appear to be in the same or substantially similar condition as the last time that you saw it?
Yes, it does.
Can you open stage J for identification? Do the contents of Stage J appear to be in the same condition as the last time you saw it or substantially similar?
Yes.
Did you do anything with Stage J after it was collected?
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
I processed it for fingerprints, and there was also suspected blood located on the knife, which I also collected.
How'd you collect suspected blood?
The blood was collected using 2 cotton tip swabs. One was moistened with water and then rubbed over the stain.
Was that swab packaged separately?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, this United States received the interview to evidence what's about Stage J, so I have to
No objection.
James and Juliet will be received as States 8.
Just look at that knife. He was able to pick up that knife and just kill his whole family with it. Didn't feel any way. This is the child of Satan. That's the only thing I can think of. The devil's worker. It's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, walking around here that works for the devil. Yes, they do. Reason.
This is LL133. Is this that same side of the bed?
Yes, it is.
What is of note in this photograph?
In this photo, you can see an additional black knife sheath.
Did you collect that item?
Yes, I did.
This is LL133. There is an evidence marker on the top of the nightstand. What was that evidence marker correlating with?
A white Benadryl bottle.
Did that Benadryl bottle stay on the nightstand prior to your collection of it?
No, it did not.
What happened?
Upon the arrival of the medical examiner and attempting to maneuver the the bodies, the bottle was bumped and it fell to the ground under the bed.
This is photograph LL137. Do you see the bottle in the photograph?
Yes, I do.
Did you collect that bottle?
Yes, I did.
For the record, I'm approaching a witness with list of marks and correct identification. Can you take a look at this item? Is the packaging of this item in the same or substantially similar?
Strong, I was thinking the same thing. What kind of defense can his lawyers come up with when the police see your family all deceased in one room and you're the only one alive? What can they do? That's why every time they ask in the defense, you have something to say and they just like, never mind. What can they do? There's just nothing. It's clear as day, this man's a monster. I heard one of the officers, when they came in and seen the body, they went outside and started throwing up. They just couldn't take it. It was just too much. Oh, as Chris says, I hope he lives long enough to truly feel the weight of what he has done. Well said. Well said, Chris. Well said. Insane. All right, I'm just going to show a little bit more. I'm about to wrap it up soon. Let's show a little bit more. Resume. And I put the link in there, so don't forget, everybody, stay tuned for Thursday. If you can make it, if not, you can always be free to watch the replay, but Thursday evening. I don't know if I said it for 7:15 or 7:30, whatever it was, Eastern time. And we're going to see the monster on the stand. Yeah, interesting. All right, resume.
similar condition as the last time you saw it?
Yes, it is.
Can you open the package with the content?
Would you be interested in
Does the content of this package contain the bottle that you collected from this residence?
Yes, it does.
Is it in the same condition as the last you saw it?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, the state would seek to introduce an evidence with the state's and for identification of evidence the state denied.
Objection. And it's in November will be received as States 9.
Did you also process states 9 for fingerprints?
Yes, I did.
Did you utilize the same processing procedure that you previously explained?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to identify any?
Hey, loves, laugh and live. And blessings to you and good evening. I was just thinking the same thing. I could not defend this monster and anyone like him. You know, the defense attorneys, I wonder how they do it. How do you do it? How do you defend these people? Like you said, it's clear as day that they killed them. There's the proof. You know, you got bodies coming out of Jeffrey Dahmer's home. I mean, really. I mean, oh, boy. But everybody's entitled to a lawyer, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, they sure do. Just look how he just sits there, all smug and everything. Oh, can't wait we see him on the stand, ladies and gentlemen. Please come Thursday. Let's watch this one. Let's roast him Thursday. Let's roast him. Okay, resume. Hold a second. Let me see something. Chris says something. Those poor officers, how traumatic. Yep. To have to see that at a glance, let alone process the scene. I need therapy just thinking about it. Yep. Shout out to the detectives. Shout out to the police officers. Shout out to the firemen. You know, firewomen, fire people, you know, excuse me, whatever. You know, you understand what I'm trying to say. Shout out to all of them. Because this is a hard job. The stuff that you're walking into that you have to see. You know, you just walking into somebody's home and then you see all these bodies around, cut up, blood all over the place and everything. This is insane. You know, they have to have therapy. This is a hard job. And a lot of people don't give them enough respect and they don't even get paid enough. They don't get paid enough for this stuff. Have to deal with a monster, this fat neck monster right here. Look at him. Just sitting there all smug like nothing. Oh, we gonna roast you Thursday. We gonna roast you. That's right. Resume.
Fingerprints on this particular bottle?
May I refer to the print cards?
Sure.
Now, who just creeped through the back door? Did Russie just creep through? Better late than pregnant. I can't. Good evening, everyone. Just a little bit more, and I'm going to let y'all go. Resume.
No.
This is photograph LL143. Where exactly is this in the master bedroom?
That is at the foot of the bed.
And it appears that there are various items located on this ottoman.
That's correct.
Did you examine what these items on this ottoman were?
I do not recall.
This is photograph LL144 of the same exhibit. Which side of the bed is this?
That would be the right side of the bed, opposite of the other side that you have already seen.
There is a blanket under the nightstand. Did you look further into that blanket?
Yes,
What did you locate within that blanket?
a deceased dog. That is the master bathroom.
And the white can that is located on the fourth shelf up, was that ultimately collected at a later date?
Yes.
This is photograph LL161. What is this photograph showing?
As you continue through the master bathroom, the master closet is located, and that's what that is showing.
This is photograph LL158 at the same exhibit. Where is this dresser located?
Inside the master closet, it's directly in front of you as you walk in.
Yes, love, he killed the dog Breezy. Killed everybody in that house. Everybody. Down to the dog.
What did you locate on top of this dresser?
A pink Benadryl box.
This is photograph LL159. Are these items that you located?
Yes.
Did you collect the bottle?
Yes, I did.
For the record, I'm showing the witness what's in Mark State's case for identification. Can you take a look at that packaging? Do you recognize the packaging?
Yes, I do.
Is that packaging in the same or substantially similar condition as the last time you saw it?
Yes, it is.
Can you open the packaging? And do you recognize the contents of the packaging as well?
Yes, I do.
Does everything appear to be in substantially similar condition as the last time you saw it?
Yes, ma'am.
1 in 3 men who lack this prostate nutrient
Your Honor, this time the state seeks to introduce into evidence what's in Mark State's case for identification and evidence of state's
Objection. A's and kilo will be received as states 10.
Did you also prosecute or process states 10 for fingerprints?
Yes, I did.
And did you recover any latent prints from states 10?
Yes, ma'am.
How many latent print cards did you recover?
Two.
And that is also contained within the same package as states 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me answer this question, Chris. Do you make them from scratch? Absolutely not. Okay? I popped open a can and put the frosting on top. This is not a Betty Crocker girl over here. I can't make stuff from scratch. You got the box, I follow the direction. Pop the can open, 1, 2, 3, and it was all done. Okay, resume.
Did you also photograph the outside room?
Yes, I did.
This is photograph LL162. Where are you standing when you took this photograph?
I am standing towards the back left side of the home.
What is the building that's directly in view of this photograph?
That is a combination of a garage and an additional living space.
Would that be 202B Reserve Place?
That's correct.
This is photograph LL163. What are we looking at in this photograph?
At that point, I'm in the backyard, and that photo depicts the rear of the residence.
When you say the rear of the residence, is this the main home, 202 Reserve Place?
Yes, it is.
And all of the blinds that are in this photograph, are they open or closed?
Closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take our lunch recess at this time. As always, please do not discuss the facts of the case with anyone. If someone tries to come up and talk to you about the case, please let them know that you are a juror on the case and tell them to stop. If they persist, leave them at once. Let one of the court deputies know.
Okay, that's the end of that one. Nope, pop over the can and just, yep, Pillsbury, you got it. You got Pillsbury. Yo, Pillsbury all the way. That's right. Scratch? No. Donna, don't do that. Okay. I've tried a long time ago and I failed at it. I'm not going to return and try to do it again. Nope. All right, Strong says, I have a cat. I got a cat too. I have a cat, and when she starts staring, I gotta stop laughing. Okay, hold a second. I have a cat, and when she starts staring, I start staring too because I heard that animals can see things. Yeah, especially I always heard about with dogs. But one thing I have to say about with cats, they can pick up on good people and bad people. You know, watch how your cat, when you have company, watch how your cat acts when you have company. You'll know if that person is good or bad. They can tell. And I also feel that you know, cats are healers too. They can heal you. They can you know, help you with pain and stuff like that. Like they'll know if you're in pain and they'll lay on that spot and you'll notice all of a sudden you get like a sense of relief. Oh, what the Pam says? Yes, and what Pam says, and dogs too. Yep. Oh boy, I love the animals. They're so beautiful. Okay, all right, I'm going to let y'all go. So, stay tuned for this this evil man here. Yep, I put the link in the chat. So that will be Thursday evening. He's going to take the stand. So let's hear what this narcissistic monster has to say. Yep, let's see what we have to say. It's going to be interesting. And then also, probably next week on a Sunday, it's going to be a long live stream. It's about like 4 hours. The interrogation of that Courtney Clemcy, the one who stabbed her boyfriend. Oh, she's just a hot mess in interrogation. So it's going to be like, it's like a 4 hour long interrogation. Oh, she's just a total hot mess all over the place. But it's going to be on the Sunday. I think it's going to be on the 1st. So if you can come, if you can. If you can't, you can watch a replay, whatever like that. But it's going to be a long one. But she's definitely a hot mess. And she's not looking so glamorous. Her glamour days is over. All right, Rusty says, cats taste like rabbits. Relax. Just... Oh! Don't you talk about my babies like that. Okay. All right. Oh, Chris says, my little dog will tell me if someone is high. Ooh, it's amazing, Chris, that these animals have gifts. You know, they do. They're so beautiful. I love them. I do. Rusty. All right, what else says here? And I'm looking for like a dog. I want one of those little dogs. I don't know too much about the different type of dogs, the names. I know when I see it, but I want one of those little baby ones that don't grow. And you put them like in a little stroller. They look so cute with the big ears and stuff, you know. Yeah, I'm working on that one. We'll see. Hopefully that'll be my 2023. But think about with dogs, you got to walk them all the time. And you can't miss a day. It's not right. They want to go out and get that air. Rain, sleet, or snow, winter, spring, summer, fall. Dogs want to have their walk. Yeah, Chris, right. That was wrong. All right, Lovejoy, what it says. He just looks evil. Well said. See you next time. Good night. And good night to you and blessings. And good night. Good night. All right, let me see. Anything else I'm here missing? See you all Thursday. Yes, you too. Sweet dreams and blessings. Sweet dreams and blessings, everybody, and happy holidays. Good night. Good night. And good night to everybody in the bushes. Blessings to you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the like. Thank you for engaging. Stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real. And always remember, date smart, not thirsty. Be careful who you entertain in your life. Monster. All right, everybody. Bye.